Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, searching for Samuel. Police are now calling the teenager's disappearance criminal. A student scolded by the Alberta Next Panel host, disappointed he hasn't received a personal apology. And giddy up, the Canadian Finals Rodeo just getting started in Edmonton.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The disappearance of a teenager from Edmonton is now being called criminal by police. Samuel Bird was last seen 4 months ago on June 1st. CTV's Brendan Purdy joins us in studio. So, Brendan, what are the latest developments in this case?
Well, Matt, the lead detective says based on the totality of information that police have gathered, they believe that Samuel is dead. And that's the basis for labeling his disappearance as criminal. Bird's mother says it's just a matter of time before he's found.
I feel like we're going to find him. Maybe it might take a while, but I know we will find Samuel, and I know he's going to get his justice. I mean, those people can run, but they can't hide. It's going to follow them forever, and I can't imagine what they're going through because, I hope they see his face.
Investigators believe Bird's body was likely disposed of no more than 150 kilometers from Edmonton within hours of his disappearance. They've provided the following map and say that they believe his body is on land and steps were likely taken to conceal it. Police have conducted 3 searches in the area using specialized personnel and canine units. They're now calling on hunters and outdoor enthusiasts to be on the lookout for Bird's remains while urging landowners in the area to check wells, culverts, and other areas of their properties.
It's based on what I would call evidence, but also intelligence that we've collected during the investigation. It's certainly not an exact science, okay? We're just trying to narrow the scope of future searches.
Police say Bird was last seen on a surveillance video walking through the Holy Cross school grounds around 8:30 p.m. on June 1st. He then went to a friend's house in the Kenora neighborhood where a search warrant was executed in September. A fire destroyed that house earlier this week. Police have since found a van they believe is connected to the fire. Matt?
All right, CTV's Brendan Purdy live in studio tonight. Thank you. And the search to find a 6-year-old boy who disappeared in the Crow's Nest Pass area more than a week ago has been called off. RCMP say Darius McDougall is now presumed dead. The autistic boy was reported missing when he didn't return from a walk with 6 young family members more than a week ago. Helicopters, dogs, and underwater teams were used to search 22 square kilometers of mountain terrain. Investigators insist their work will continue until Darius is found. They're now relying on tips from the public. A strike looks more and more likely come Monday after teachers rejected the government's latest contract offer earlier this week. The province has added new measures should teachers walk off the job. CTV's Gates Warren has more on what students and parents can expect.
It's going to be even tougher until everything gets sorted out with this whole thing.
Sebastian Bartlett walking his kids to school Wednesday, but next week, classrooms could look as empty as this one. Teachers overwhelmingly voting down the latest offer on Monday, 89.5% of members saying no to the deal on the table.
It tells me that they know what they want to see out of a collective agreement and that they're willing to stand up for it.
With teachers prepared to walk off the job first thing next week, the province is offering support to some parents while kids are at home. Families would receive $30 per child for each day the strike rolls on. You must be a parent or guardian of a child under 12 who is enrolled in public, separate, or francophone schools to be eligible. You must also be registered on the parent portal with alberta.ca to access the money. One labor expert says these payments from the government serve as a distraction.
It feels like it's probably just an attempt to try and shift public opinion on the issue rather than try and solve the problem. What they should be doing is getting back to the table and talking to the union about how do we get a new deal.
Alberta Teachers Association President Jason Schilling says conversations at the bargaining table can happen at any point, but a strike feels like the next step.
If government is unwilling to move from what they positioned themselves with last week, we would have to just sit down and see.
If teachers do strike on Monday, they technically won't be hitting the picket lines as they don't receive strike pay. Schilling says teachers will be holding rallies and demonstrations, allowing the public to join. The first rally scheduled for Sunday morning at the legislature. Gates Warren, CTV News, Edmonton.
And we are waiting on for an updated comment from the province regarding the potential teacher strike. Now, if there is a strike, the city will offer pop-up day camps. The city says the camps will provide a safe and educational environment for elementary-age kids. Camps at the Valley Zoo, John Walter Museum, Fort Edmonton Park, and White Mud Park will start on Monday. A camp at the Matart starts Tuesday. The city says kids must register for an entire week of programming. Prices vary between $180 and $290 depending on the location and dates. No payment is required to join a wait list. The camps will only run if teachers strike and schools are closed. The province is renewing its push for a new oil pipeline to the West Coast. It says hurdles need to be cleared before that line can become a reality. The Alberta government says it will lead the proposal and put up millions of taxpayer dollars to support early planning work. It will work with 3 Canadian crude pipeline operators, Enbridge, Trans Mountain, and South Bow. The group will research a route and consult with stakeholders to put together an application that will eventually make it to Ottawa. As of now, no private investors are involved. The Premier believes that will change.
Well, we've limited our risk because we've allocated $14 million to get it through the first couple of stages of technical design. I just have confidence that if we fix the investment climate and get an agreement with the federal government to move forward on this on the major projects list, that proponents will step up and it will be built with private sector money.
The province says it's already started consultations with Indigenous groups along a potential pipeline route. Earlier this week, Smith said she had a, quote, courtesy call with the Premier of British Columbia. A grade 12 student in Calgary wants a personal apology after he was told he needed to be spanked during the final in-person Alberta Next Town Hall meeting.
Evan, I applaud you coming here to speak. I don't applaud how you're trying to speak. It's not making any sense. So we're going to move along. I know you'd love some chaos, but your parents should turn you over your knee. Let's go over here.
That's rude. That's rude.
The comments were made Monday night to Evan Lee by moderator and executive director of the Premier's office, Bruce McAllister. The 17-year-old's microphone was cut off when he started asking a question about the looming teacher strike. McAllister posted an apology on X, and the Premier called the comments off color. Lee says he's disappointed nobody from the province has reached out to him directly. He also doesn't believe questions should be censored during a public forum.
The moderator made some unacceptable comments towards me, which I find very deplorable, and it's not something that the government should be doing, especially because Alberta is viewed as a democracy around the world, and it's embarrassing for Alberta that the government is taking such action.
CTV News reached out to McAllister and the Premier's office. They did not provide further comment. Alberta now has the lowest minimum wage in the country. 5 provinces increased their minimum wages today. Their increases were tied to Canada's growing consumer price index, which is an indicator of inflation. Alberta's minimum wage is $15 an hour. It has not changed since 2018. The Premier says Alberta has the highest youth unemployment rate and claims raising minimum wage would make it harder for them to find jobs. Well, Josh, October 1st, it feels like Edmonton should have the lowest daytime high in the country, but it was a pretty nice day out there today.
Yeah, above average by a handful of degrees again today. We're at 17 degrees right now in downtown Edmonton, and that's going to go down as the daytime high for today. It will be even warmer, it looks like, tomorrow and Friday. 14 off to the east of the city, and you get some 16s here. Nemeo, at Villeneuve Airport, and west of the city at Stony Plain. Wind pretty light for most areas. 14 degrees, the average daytime high, so 3 degrees warmer than average. 8 degrees early this morning. That's 5 degrees warmer than average as we kick off the month of October. So not quite as warm as what we went through in September. In fact, we'll recap September a little later in the newscast. Warmest September on record. October's starting mild, but things are going to change this weekend. You've got some showers here across the northeast and in through the Peace Country, and some lightning strikes. Little October thunderstorm action. Lightning strikes just north of Sepa Beach, north and west, Drayton Valley. We had some thunderstorms earlier. These are all tracking off to the east-southeast. There's no guarantee we see any lightning or hear any rumbles of thunder in Edmonton, but I think it's at least the chance for a couple scattered showers to push through the Edmonton region. Otherwise, just partly cloudy skies through this evening, and overnight tonight we'll get some clearing. So a few clouds. Again, will be a handful of degrees above zero tomorrow morning, and then sunshine, light wind at about 18 tomorrow afternoon. A big cool down on the way as we head into the weekend as temperatures return to average. I'll tell you exactly what that means in a couple minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, backup goalie. The Oilers acquire a new goaltender from another NHL team.
He's excited for a new opportunity, for a fresh start.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Coming up Thursday on Your Morning, we learn about a trailblazing jazz singer from our city that you've likely never heard of, and we'll talk to the all-new panel of judges from Master Chef Canada ahead of the season premiere.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Grab your denim and your cowboy boots. The Canadian Finals Rodeo rides into Edmonton. The 4-day event is bringing some of the top rodeo talent to our city. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti is in Ice District for the CFR kickoff tailgate party. Miriam, it may be your first rodeo, but it certainly doesn't look that way. How's the party down there so far?
Well, Matt, you're right. This is my first rodeo, and it's going really great down here. There is so much going on. There's live music. There's a tattoo parlor, a mullet station, and so much going on. And so the the CFR is getting things really exciting, and they're introducing a new sport this year. This maneuver is called ranch sorting. Two riders on horseback work in teams to move cattle from one pen to another, working against the clock.
It is actually quite difficult to do, but it's a great sport for beginners to start because there's different levels and you can start at whatever level you're comfortable with.
Robert Bruno is here from Manitoba. It's his first time competing at the Canadian Finals Rodeo.
So to be able to come to the biggest sorting and to be part of this CFR and compete at this level is phenomenal. It's a milestone. It's definitely was on the bucket list.
The national competition brings in some of the best rodeo talent across Canada.
Sometimes they're doing 2 rodeos on the same weekend just to try and make sure they get enough points to make it to Edmonton.
The main action will be inside Rogers Place.
You'll have things like bull riding, saddle bronc, bareback. We also have novice programs on steer wrestling.
The CFR is expected to draw thousands to the city. Explore Edmonton estimates the CFR will have a $32 million economic impact.
We certainly get a lot of Edmontonians, but we also get a lot of people from Western Canada and Canada. Some people traveling in from the U.S. So events like this are huge for our economy.
Those inside the corral say the sports have meaning beyond the excitement.
Really family orientated, so as you see, there's kids competing out here, there's old people like me, there's young people, it's a good community.
And a chance to see something new, especially if it's your first rodeo. I want to get her into it one day, so. On top of the action in the dirt, the Edmonton Expo was hosting a trade show all weekend. And people can still buy tickets for the CFR, which is running until Saturday. And if you don't get a chance to come out, the tailgate party is free and starts every day, until 4:30. Woo! Throwing it back to you, Matt.
All right, Miriam Valdez-Carletti.
I missed the last one.
Live down at Ice District tonight. Thank you very much. The Edmonton Oilers have picked up a goaltender from the Utah Mammoth. Connor Ingram is joining the Oilers organization. The 28-year-old has played 102 career NHL games and has 39 wins under his belt. The Oilers general manager says Ingram will start the year with the Oilers AHL team.
Plan for him is to go to Bakersfield. He's not been in training camp right now, so we need to get him going, get him, up to speed. And so I just spoke to him a few minutes ago, and he's excited for a new opportunity, for a fresh start.
It's an insurance policy in case there are injuries or whatever happens, but here we feel there's a
The head coach says Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard will be the Oilers' 2 goalies to start the season. The Oilers have 2 more preseason games remaining, beginning in Seattle tonight against the Kraken at 8 o'clock. And the Oilers are hosting a pair of parties in Fan Park once the NHL regular season gets underway. The first party starts at 5 next Wednesday ahead of the Oilers' home opener against the Calgary Flames. The second tailgate is Saturday, October 11th, before the Vancouver Canucks visit Rogers Place. Both pregame parties include music, food, drinks, and an autograph session with Oilers alumni. Admission is free, and anyone can attend whether you have a game ticket or not. Still to come tonight on CTV News, retail return, an updated opening date revealed for a new Zellers location in Edmonton.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Zellers opening in Edmonton will now happen October 30th, we're told. Signs showing the new opening date have been posted outside the old Hudson's Bay retail space in Londonderry Mall. Zellers was originally scheduled to open at the end of August. It was then delayed until Labor Day. On the holiday Monday, mall security had to clear a line of people waiting outside when it became clear the store opening was delayed once again. A filing made with the federal government shows Hudson's Bay transferred Zellers trademarks to a defunct Quebec retailer owned by a family that has run Bombay, Bowring, Fairweather, and International Clothers. Josh, the lowest price may be the law, but the lowest temperature is certainly not the law around here to start October. 17 degrees the daytime high.
Nice and warm. We'll take a look back at a record-setting September in a moment as well. Here's what it looks like outside right now with the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed rider, it's free. 17 degrees. 20 to the south in Red Deer. It was 21 earlier in Coronation. They're at 19 right now. A little cooler here across the northeast, though. In fact, you've had a big swing in temperatures from yesterday to today. It's a good 7 to 9 degrees cooler than it was at 5 p.m. yesterday across east central northeastern Alberta. Here in Edmonton, we're actually up 2 degrees from where we were at this point yesterday. Cloudy skies across the north. You've had some showers here in the northeast, some showers as well in through the Peace Country. Looks like most of that's now north of Grand Prairie. And then here off to the west and south of Edmonton, some scattered showers and even some lightning strikes. And again, I think most of this lightning is going to fizzle out before it hits the city of Edmonton. But there is a chance a couple neighborhoods will see some scattered showers here. It's about 2 hours away, so somewhere in the 7 to 9 p.m. range would be the best chance if you're going to see anything at all. Tomorrow morning, skies are clearing here in Edmonton, but off to the northeast, clouds remain. And you might see some morning or midday showers in through parts of northeastern Alberta. Lac-La-Biche off into the Bonnyville Cold Lake region. Edmonton area will stay mainly sunny tomorrow. Sunshine as well for Friday morning. And then this cold front starts to move in late in the day Friday, so you get some more showers across the north and maybe a few showers for the Edmonton area Friday evening. The bigger story with that cold front is the drop in temperature for Saturday, Sunday. We'll show you that in a moment here. 4 degrees in Fort McMurray and Grand Prairie tomorrow morning. 2 in Red Deer. We'll drop to about 5 or 6 degrees here in the city. Mid-teens across the northeast tomorrow. Mid-teens as well in the northwest. You might see some patchy fog in and around Grand Prairie tomorrow morning. And Lloydminster area could see some patchy fog early in the day. Close to 20. Lloyd and Coronation, 18 degrees. In Red Deer here in Edmonton, we'll see temperatures slide to about 5 degrees. Wind stays light overnight tonight. Skies are clearing through the overnight period. Just a few clouds in the morning and then mainly sunny in the afternoon. 18 degrees and light wind tomorrow afternoon. 18 again on Friday, then a chance of a shower Friday evening. And there's your temperatures behind the cold front, closer to or maybe even below 0 in the mornings and 12 or 13 for daytime highs, which is no worse than average, but after this in September, it will feel a lot cooler. Warmest September on record when you combine the highs and the lows. Most 20-degree days of any September on record. Tied for the most 25-degree days of any September on record. And the driest September in the 2000s. Warm and dry through September, but you can see things are going to cool off here as we head through October. Not bad for the next 2 days. Close to average Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Another little bump there Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And then by Thanksgiving weekend, looks like temperatures are closer to 10 for daytime highs.
All right, Josh, thank you. Edmonton Elections is warning there could be complications to the upcoming municipal election because of the Canada Post strike. It's working on solutions to minimize the disruptions. That includes not mailing voter information cards to eligible voters and households.
Fortunately, we have an alternative. If you go to edmonton.ca/4voters and use the Find Your Voting Station tool, you simply have to enter your address. You're going to get all the same ward information, voting station location, and the dates for both your advance vote and how to vote on election day.
Special ballots are still being offered for people who can't vote during advance voting or on election day. You can apply for those options online or in person. When we return, community cover-up, a local man replacing neighborhood graffiti with works of art.
It's important to me to be a part of the community and do what I can to make it right.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Your morning just got a little brighter. Start your day with CTV Your Morning, and you could win $20,000. For your chance to win, watch CTV Your Morning Edmonton, weekday mornings 6 to 9.
Programming brought to you by the music of Star Wars with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
A fence is usually a dividing line in a community. Tonight, it's bringing a neighborhood in St. Albert together. A family's fence was covered with graffiti until a stranger stepped in with an act of kindness. CTV's Merrick DeCash explains.
Cars are passing by a new mural on Sturgeon Road in St. Albert. Just days ago, the same fence was covered in graffiti.
Isn't it cool? It's almost like a bit of a camouflage. But that's something subtle, something, a little more natural looking, I think, as well.
Robert Murray saw a post on Facebook about the fence being vandalized. He decided to offer a helping hand.
I offered to cover over the graffiti with a mural at no charge. Because this is my home. I live in St. Albert, and it's important to me to be a part of the community and do what I can to make it right.
Kevin Nansen and his family own the fence. They're thankful for his help.
It was awesome. It didn't take him very long, and he did a great job, so we really, really loved it.
The painting was a collaboration between Murray and the Nansen family.
I spoke with the homeowner, and I sent some pictures to her and said, you choose what you think is appropriate for your fence, and she chose a fall setting.
Murray says he painted the mural as a gesture of payback to the same community that's done so much for him.
It makes a big difference in the community, for sure. You see something that doesn't quite look right, then somebody comes up and helps you clean it up. It's a fantastic thing.
A painting the Nansen family and their neighbors will get to enjoy over the winter. Merrick DeCash, CTV News, St. Albert.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.